Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're talking about the top 10 mistakes when using essential oils. Before we get started, I have been using essential oils for I think 4 or 5 years now. I really should look at the exact date, but a while. I've got a lot of experience under my belt and I am now a certified aromatherapist. And so these are tips or mistakes to avoid rather from a certified aromatherapist. So I feel like it's just a little bit more trustworthy than my husband coming on here and giving you guys tips for essential oils. And also the links to all of my favorite essential oil companies will be down below in the description, along with my Amazon storefront that has accessories and carrier oils and things that you'll need to make different things if you're into DIYs. And let's just jump in to the mistakes. So number one is using undiluted essential oils. And when you get your first box of essential oils, you want to just open them and use them and put them on. But using them undiluted, especially when beginning and not knowing if you're going to be sensitive to oils, is a big mistake. There is a time and place to use undiluted oils, but that's really like working with a certified aromatherapist and knowing exactly which oils, where to apply, how often, not for long periods of time. So don't just order your oils and slather them all on your skin. And this is just with your safety in mind. Like, there are essential oils that if you put on your skin and go into the sun will create a rash. And there's other just different risks and things that could happen if you're putting an oil directly on your skin. Number two is neglecting a patch test. So if you're using essential oils on your own and you've done your research and you know which oil to use for what and where to put it, just make sure you use a small amount diluted, not just slathering it all on massage oil or something like that. Make sure you're starting small and testing. If you're super sensitive to things, this is really important. Also, if you're elderly or if you're using essential oils on a baby or younger child, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, it's really important to start small and make sure you're not going to get any sort of reaction. And it is very rare, but you just want to err on the side of caution. Number three is overuse of essential oils. And this is important because if you use an essential oil excessively, it can lead to desensitization. So it's not going to work for you over time. You need to rotate oils. If you're using something regularly for like perfume, just rotate. Don't use the same essential oil every single day for your entire life. You want to use essential oils intentionally, really, but if you're using something like that, like body wash or a lotion, just make sure you're rotating. Number four is lack of research. And this is really, there's no shortage of essential oil information, right? So make sure you're getting your information from a couple of different YouTube videos or a few different books, not just reading one person's recommendation and just going for it. Make sure you're looking at studies. And I can link my favorite places to study essential oils down below. It's simple, but there are things that you need to know. So safety precautions and things like that. And when in doubt, just work with an aromatherapist. That takes the brain work out of it. Simply Earth also, they send you their boxes with recipes that are formulated by aromatherapists. So you're diluting things at the proper percentage and using them properly. That also is great. So just do your research before just randomly using essential oils. A lot of companies that I use, and I just did my favorite oil companies of 2024, but a lot of them have research and information on their website. So when you join Simply Earth, they give you access to an essential oils heroes course. Jade Bloom has a university that you can go through, and it's just like the basics to get a good understanding of that before diving headfirst into using oils. And that is one of the things with using Young Living essential oils. They didn't have an essential oil university like that. I don't know why, and we can just go down rabbit holes on why they don't do that, but I think that's important. Transparency is super important, and I just feel like there's a different way of using essential oils with Young Living and with being an aromatherapist, and it's just basic guidelines on like safety, dilution rates and things, where Young Living is just really loose on those things. Number five is proper storage. And you might see that I have all of my oils here on shelves behind me. To my defense, and really you shouldn't do this, I film and I want my oils to be in my background. Number one. Two, the direct sunlight from these windows do not hit that wall. My lights when I'm filming do hit that wall. It's best to store your oils in a drawer where it's dark and cool and dry, and direct sunlight is not going to hit them. Now, it's not going to make your essential oils toxic. It will just make them last so much longer if you store them properly, and they're just going to go bad and not be as effective. And pro tip, if you feel like that's happened to an oil that you've had for a while, it's not really smelling the same, or you can tell it's oxidized, you can just put it in your cleaning products like your Thieves cleaner or your natural cleaner and just use it in that way. That's a good way to use it and not waste it. Number 6 is using essential oils oils internally without guidance. And this one is controversial. I know, like, people are essential oils cannot be ingested, and some people are super loose on the topic. Take grapefruit in your water every day. I feel like there's a happy medium, and that is working with someone that is certified in using the product that way. So yes, essential oils can be ingested, but yes, they need to be used with guidance and properly used. You need to dilute the essential oil before ingesting, and you need to use it for a specific amount of time. It can't just be used loosely forever. You need to use them intentionally when ingesting them, and I highly recommend working with an aromatherapist when doing that. Number 7 is ignoring safety, and this kind of goes along with what I've already said, but there are reasons why we dilute essential oils to a certain percentage. It's not just for fun, based on age, based on just different areas of the body where you're going to be using the oils. There are dilution rates and just different safety precautions, and I have a guide on this. I've also done videos on safety, essential oil safety, so if you have any questions, please let me know. But the main ones are making sure your oils are diluted, not using them too much, overuse, and then not using them on mucous membranes or lies in your nose, things like that. Number 8 is expecting immediate results. All right, I use the essential oil, it should work, and if it doesn't work, I'm done. It didn't work for me. Healing takes time, and if you're using an essential oil for something like headaches, make sure you're using them consistently, or stomach ache. Like the number, I would say the top 3 reasons we use essential oils are headache, to calm us down, and for stomach issues, like digestive issues. And I have a tummy roller. I have multiple tummy rollers everywhere because it works for everyone in our house all the time, 100% of the time. But my husband just used it the other day, and he's like, I have a weird feeling in my stomach. Here's the tummy roller. He used it once. He's like, okay, it's not really working. We'll use it again. And it worked so fast. So sometimes you have to use it more than once, and sometimes you have to use the oil consistently. It's just case by case basis. It depends on what you're using it for, but don't expect it to just be magic, because they're not magic. Number 9 is something that is probably over talked about, but is using low quality essential oils. And I won't spend too much time here, but guys, do not get your essential oils from TJ Maxx. Don't get your essential oils from Hobby Lobby, from Amazon if it's just a random brand. There are some good ones on Amazon. Get them from Ulta or the drugstore, or I don't even know, weird places. Get your essential oils from reputable brands that I talk about here, that other aromatherapists talk about. I could keep rambling for a long time on this, but I'm not going to. Don't buy cheap essential oils that aren't high quality. And number 10 is kind of that I've already mentioned, but disregarding sensitivities. And so, like I said, elderly, young children or babies, pregnant, breastfeeding, if you have sensitive skin, or you're just hypersensitive to different things, like make sure you're using essential oils with caution and properly, and maybe just err on the side of caution and work with an aromatherapist at that point. Make sure that one, you're preventing adverse reactions at all costs, but if something does happen, they can quickly your help and be like, okay, this is why that happened. Here's what we're gonna do next. Essential oils can be super empowering and just such a great natural remedy for things like everyday ailments like stomach ache or headache or allergies. But really, you need to spend 5-10 minutes to look into what you're doing before you just randomly do something, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Let me know what questions you have on what I talked about, and if you have any other or tips to add to my list, leave them down in the comments below. All of my favorite essential oil companies and brands, things that you'll need to use essential oils in aromatherapy will be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. I hope you have a great day. Bye.